So there's the how do the chicken cross the road. Now we know how the geese cross the road. Looks like they've been for their morning stroll doing their hour's exercise. That way. Go on. They're sneaky little devils. Oh, you can see now on, well, you probably won't be able to see on camera with his feathers. Yeah, there's a person there. Right. Yeah, it's breakfast time. Give me a couple of minutes. Been out chasing women all night. Coming back for a good old bath. Look at him. I'm 10 foot away and he's chasing me. I'm not coming any closer. Bath time. This is why you don't break your cars. Oh, I just tipped off the face with it. Right. Let's have a run up. Oh no. Nah, that's none of it. Just so you can see what I was attempting to drag, that piece of wood's at full length, running right the way up there to there. That's why it'd be so much fun to drag over with the car, but I'm an idiot. So we got all the raspberries in last night, all planted up. They're a little bit wilty because it's not really the time of year to be doing this, but yeah, I should have done it a little bit earlier in the season, but yeah, things have been pushed. And then blackberries, they're all planted in. You can see how it's basically going to grow up there. Cable ties holding everything together as always. Learned in the fields, but yeah, let's hope it all takes. Yeah, it's a little bit more edging on that back edge, and then once it's dried off a bit, get a leaf blower on, get the soil off, and then I'm going to get some wood chip from over there. Put that all over there so that'll look nice. Just giving the geese a nice new bath. Give them a bit of a helping hand with the ladies. So that's roughly what it looked like, but and repeat on the other side. It's gonna be a long day. So I'm just going around the field, you know, looking, finding tops of stones and digging them out. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Now you'll see the tip of this little bad boy sticking out. Oh, it's going to be a fun task, that one. She is not for moving. Oh yes she is. Oh yes she is. Get a bit of leverage on her. I'm not a metallurgist, but that's not meant to be that shape. I've lifted her a couple of inches, but I think I meant it was breaking things. Rather than, yeah, I think I need more than one person for this. It might be slightly more than a one-man job. But I'll keep persevering and see where we get. It's just a 2-bar problem. Well, my phone died when I was on my way up, but yeah, there we go. She's a beaut, isn't she? I've got to say, I'm a little bit impressed with this one. And that fork through, just a little bit genius. And now it's a matter of lifting this bad boy. So, as I'm a fan of thinking, I think everyone's going to be having to teach the kids, maybe some will have to learn about levers and stuff like that. So, what I've done is I've figured out a way that you can try and guesstimate the weight of the stone. The weight of the stone's there, it's got 3 points of contact, and that's the third. So, you know, the weight that I'm lifting a third of the weight, and the distance between there and there is 15 centimeters, and with my full body weight, which I'll go home and weigh myself, is, I think that was 30 centimeters, and then we can roughly guesstimate the weight of it. I don't know whether this is a good idea or not. It's just one I'm toying with. I'll put it in the video, see what happens. Let's see if this works. A bar at each end. And now I get to collect all them back up. She is a beast. I was thinking if I ever build a house, I'd quite like to use that as a foundation stone. So that's not a bad sort of almost 90-degree angle. Not perfect, but yeah, we can dream. So yes, it has just dawned on me that I'm somehow going to have to do something about this stone, and I think I've got a solution. Once I've got the car fixed from driving across the field, if I jack that side up, get a rope, wrap it around it that way, that way to a car, and then drive it, as the car goes forward, you'll be getting extra length of rope compared to how far the stone's actually sort of moving. So you'd almost have a gearing effect, so it'd undo the strain. And I reckon it could be dragged, sort of rolled, but dragged and rolled simultaneously with a rope. I think it might be mad, but I'd love to know what people think in the comments. I've just got that out of the ground, and this absolute beauty with the light of a gentleman has just turned up. What question did you ask me, Robbo?
I've got an hour and a half of my time and my digger. I'll do whatever you want.
No, if Ed Sod's Laws ever existed in a moment, it is this one. It's an absolute hero. He's even dug right the way back to get all the plastic out. It's now in piles there. And yeah, what an absolute beaut. One bit there, which I shall go and get. Alternatively, an absolute beaut of a man can just come and get a digger and carry it. I would have quite liked to test the theory, but let's not risk any more vehicles. These are the veg beds I'd sort of cleared off for Mum, and I was covering with a bit of wood chip, just so they've sort of weighed them down so they're not growing brambles as they were. But I've decided I'm going to swap this out for some slates just to weigh it down so it's still the same job, and then take this wood chip over onto the area so that looks pretty, because this doesn't need to look pretty, it's just there to weigh it down. So after stone picking, well, I've not done the stone picking in the field because I'm knackered after that boulder, to be honest, and running around picking up the plastic. So I'm giving myself a little bit of light duties, then home to sort of do village community stuff. Well, that's raspberries in with the chip and everything down. Some of them are a little bit wilty, some of them seem to be not too damaged by it all. Hopefully they'll all survive. Bath again, filthy, mucky pups. And that's this one done. Most of these are a bit wilty, but it's not surprising. I didn't want to damage the grass while I was taking it out for Mother. But yeah, that's this sort of done. I've not got as much done on here, well, really much of anything done on here today, because Robbo turned up. What an absolute hero, by the way. That's made me feel so much better about it all. Oh, she'd be here having a drink. But yeah, there's been other developments, but I'll show you that in a second. How much better does that look? Thank you very much, Robbo, you absolute gem. So it requires a bit less imagination. My friend Katie had got away from the kids for a few hours, well, a day. So she wanted to come and get rid of some of her, should we say, frustration. Having been cooped up for 8 days with the kids. So came down to give me a hand, so she's come down here. I've been doing a lot of clearing. There's wood, plasticky stuff, that stuff's going to go up there, that clear out. You can see there's a wire there, so there's going to be a bit of a sheet over there, so a bit of a tent there. I've got a picnic bench up top that can go underneath it. Fire pit under there, but I'm going to redo it because it's made out of concrete, because it's from when we were kids. And yeah, I don't want to, we'll make it nice and pretty. I've got plenty of stone for that. That's going to become the wood pile. So they can sit and have fires or whatever, and 12 bar field, that's the field across the road. We used to sit at that bench, on the bench next to that when we were little kids. This is all a lot of this left over from when we were kids. And look at all this. You can't really see because it's a little bit dingy, but big piles of stuff that have been cleared out. Oh, there's a sled from when we were little kids. But yeah, down here then, in here I've put a den building area and stuff like that. And the stairs up there, they're going to need clearing off and redoing and stuff like that, entrance through there. And then there's the zip line that's had 2 people in hospital, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to tie that up, but I may leave it there in case people feel stupid enough that Elder's going to have to come out, but we'll just transplant it. But yeah, thank you very much, Katie, for coming and doing today, and yeah, anyone else, if you're feeling a bit sort of frustrated, in fact, particularly if you're a frontline worker and everything like that, and you want to come, these trees are all covered in ivy. I've just been sharpening my axes, I've got bill hooks and everything like that, and really we need to cut the ivy off and save these trees. Before anyone says anything, I've had the council round and they've said I can basically do what I want in here, because I spoke to them exactly what my plans are going forward. But yeah, the ivy's strangling all the trees, so if you want to come and save some trees and take out some frustration and irritation, you're more than welcome, and obviously frontline workers get preferential treatment. But anyway, I think that's probably today done. So I've just called into the pub to see how the little seedlings and stuff are coming on, and we have some sweet corn growing. I think it's all vermiculite and stuff like that. It's just sweet corn so far, but we are Houston. We are. Oh, sorry about the lateness of the video, but I ended up getting back last night, and whilst the videos were uploading, I ended up falling asleep and then ended up crawling into my bed. I was knackered. And yeah, what a brilliant day. Really chuffed, like, Robbo and Katie turned up and did them bits and pieces. Good to see the cutting coming on, so we can get some families out there, and getting the plastic out the ground was absolutely awesome. I was a bit whingy on day 8 because, well, you know, it was 8 days and I think everyone's feeling it. And it was really nice in terms of help, and obviously I didn't go close to either of them and blah. But yeah, it was really good, and I sort of said, let's do the little things, and that was a big thing that Robbo did. It really was, him turning up with his digger and everything, so thank you for that, mate. It's much appreciated. And yeah, let's just go and formulate a plan for today and get cracking.